An introduction to a different way of life. Why would a person choose to live their life without clothes? For many, the very idea feels startling, perhaps even incomprehensible. It is a question that challenges our most fundamental social norms, the unspoken rules that have governed human interaction for millennia. Yet for a small but dedicated number of people across the globe, this is a simple, peaceful reality. This exploration will journey into their world, not with judgment or sensationalism, but with a quiet curiosity. We will seek to understand the varied and often surprising reasons that lead individuals to embrace a life lived in their own skin. A narrative more nuanced and profound than one might first imagine. Section 2. The Cultural Tapestry, Nudity Through Time and Place. The human relationship with clothing is not a fixed, universal constant. It's a story that unfolds differently across every continent and every era. It is a rich and varied tapestry, woven with the threads of climate, custom, and belief. These three forces have shaped our attitudes toward the human body for thousands of years. Climate dictates practicality. Custom defines community. And belief imbues our choices with deeper meaning. While many societies today view complete clothing as the default, a necessary shield for public life, this perspective is surprisingly recent. History and culture reveal a far more fluid picture, one where the line between clothed and unclothed was drawn in very different places. In equatorial regions, for example, minimal clothing was a logical and elegant adaptation to relentless heat. It wasn't a statement, but a simple matter of comfort and survival. For peoples like the Yanomami of the Amazon, or certain tribes in Papua New Guinea, the unadorned body reflected a profound harmony with a warm, forgiving environment. Clothing was often reserved for decoration, status, or ritual, not daily concealment, and beyond the practicalities of climate, nudity has long held a significant place in ritual and art, symbolizing purity, truth, and connection to the divine. In ancient Greece, athletes famously competed nude. This wasn't for shock value, it was a celebration of the ideal human form, a tribute to beauty, strength, and discipline. The gymnasium, a word whose root literally means the place to be naked, was the very heart of education and civic life, a space for both physical and intellectual development. The shift towards universal clothing, particularly in the West, accelerated during the Victorian era, where modesty became a paramount social virtue, intertwining clothing with morality in a way that still echoes today. This history shows us that associating nudity solely with privacy or sexuality is a relatively modern and culturally specific lens. It is not, and has never been, a universal human truth. Understanding this tapestry is the first step to understanding the choices people make today. Section 3. The Pursuit of Comfort, the simplest reason of all. Perhaps the most immediate and universally understood reason for choosing a clothing-free life, at least within the home, is the simple pursuit of physical comfort. It's a motivation grounded not in philosophy but in pure sensory experience. Think about the subtle, constant negotiations our bodies make with our clothes. Fabrics can chafe, waistbands can pinch after a meal, seams can press and irritate the skin, leaving red marks that last for hours. These are minor discomforts we've been conditioned to ignore, but they accumulate, creating a low-level hum of physical restriction. In summer, even the lightest layers can trap heat and moisture, creating a humid microclimate against the skin. In winter, indoor heating can make sweaters feel stifling. Removing these constraints, even just at home, can feel like a profound liberation. Imagine a gentle breeze across your skin, or the freedom to stretch and move without the pull of fabric. Daily activities take on a different quality, unencumbered, easy, restorative. Many report better, deeper sleep as the body regulates its temperature more effectively without the insulation of pajamas. These small changes cascade into improved energy and a more stable, positive mood. It's a lifestyle of subtraction, not addition. Fewer decisions about what to wear at home, less laundry, less maintenance, and fundamentally, less discomfort. For many, it is a practical way to live a more peaceful, pleasant life. Section 4. Self-acceptance and mental well-being. Beyond physical comfort lies a deeper psychological benefit. Modern society bombards us with a narrow, relentless stream of idealized bodies through advertising, social media, and entertainment. This constant comparison can lead to a state of perpetual dissatisfaction with our own reflections. We learn to hide our bodies, viewing them as a collection of flaws to be concealed rather than a whole to be accepted. Naturism offers a direct antidote to this anxiety. The journey often begins in private, simply getting used to one's own unadorned self in the mirror. The next step is often finding an accepting community. Here, initial vulnerability and self-consciousness give way to a surprising sense of normalcy. When you see real bodies in all their variety, the things you once perceived as flaws, the scar, the stretch marks, the unique shape of your stomach or thighs, are recontextualized. They cease to be defects and simply become part of your personal landscape. This exposure to genuine human diversity, a spectrum of ages, shapes, sizes, and abilities, recalibrates what we perceive as normal and beautiful. The curated perfection of media fades, replaced by the authentic beauty of reality. As body anxiety dissipates, it's replaced by a quiet confidence and a more positive self-image. This frees up an enormous amount of mental energy, allowing for more authentic engagement with the world and with others. Finally, some are drawn to naturism for tangible health reasons. Our skin is our largest organ, a complex system that breathes and interacts with the environment. Tight or synthetic clothes can trap moisture, sweat, and bacteria against the skin. For those with chronic conditions like eczema, psoriasis, or recurrent fungal issues, this can create a cycle of irritation and inflammation. Allowing the skin to be exposed to fresh air and circulation can significantly reduce irritation, promote healing, and bring profound relief. It's a simple, non-medical intervention that supports the body's natural state of balance. Then there is the benefit of sunlight. Sensible, careful sun exposure is crucial for the body's production of vitamin D, which supports bone health, immune function, and mood regulation. This is not about reckless sunbathing. Responsible naturists are diligent about sun safety, avoiding peak UV hours, seeking shade, and consistently applying broad-spectrum sunscreen. The goal is wellness, not sunburn. There exists a vast chasm between public perception and the lived reality of naturism. It's a divide often carved out by misunderstanding and fueled by a media landscape that rarely tells the full story. In popular culture, nudity is frequently used as a tool, for shock value, for cheap humor, or to imply sexual availability. This constant, narrow portrayal paints a distorted picture. The result is a widespread misconception, one that equates all forms of nudity with indecency or exhibitionism, ignoring context and intent entirely. From this distorted view springs fear, judgment, and even legal opposition, creating significant barriers for those who simply wish to live more comfortably in their own skin. But the reality is far more ordinary. The vast majority of naturism is practiced in private, at home, or within the secure, designated boundaries of clubs and resorts. In public life, when clothed, naturists are completely indistinguishable from their neighbors. They are teachers, engineers, parents, and retirees. It is a personal lifestyle choice, much like choosing veganism or practicing meditation, an internal orientation toward comfort, self-acceptance, and authenticity. When shared honestly with a trusted friend or colleague, the initial surprise is often followed by polite questions and, eventually, a deeper understanding. Education is the key to bridging this gap. Strict codes of conduct, a focus on non-sexual socialization, and family-friendly norms all help to reframe the subject correctly. Calm, simple accounts, finding relief from chronic skin ailments, or feeling the simple freedom of a breeze in a private garden are what foster genuine understanding. Within naturist spaces, consent, personal space, and safety are the bedrock principles. Overt staring, photography without permission, and any form of sexual behavior are strictly forbidden, ensuring a respectful environment for all. Our journey shows that reasons for living without clothes are as varied and personal as the people who choose it. Rarely about shock, more about air on skin, peace in self-acceptance, warmth of community, and a healthy connection to one's body. Stripped of status and fashion, the body becomes a great leveler, reminding us of shared biology, vulnerability, and humanity. It challenges us to separate the body from sexuality and judgment, and to see dignity in natural diversity. When faced with difference, do we turn away or lean in with quiet curiosity? This is a story of tolerance, respect, and the courage to live authentically, comfortable in our own skin, while making space for others to do the same.